Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are back playing Honkai Star Rail and we are continuing with the Penacony Trailblaze quest. Last time we joined Sparkle, disguised as Robin, giving out gifts to people. These gifts were mysterious buttons that she told everyone to press during the Charmony Festival for an unexpected surprise. We then regrouped with Firefly, who explained that she is the Stellaron hunter Sam. She recounted her experience with death in the dreamscape, of how it seemingly killed her, but she had one truth to reveal to us. Firefly explained that death was not actually killing people in Penacony. It was more so kidnapping them and bringing them to the land of exiles, a place that seems to exist beneath the dreamscape, and that's what happened last time.
Not coming with us?
The Astral Express likely needs room for some internal deliberation. In the meantime, I'll try and locate Gallagher.
Sure. Let's reconnect later. Letting her go was the right decision. Further observations are needed before we decide whether to trust her.
Yeah,
But
I
first,
think so.
there's someone I need to talk to. Let's go. I'm sure you've already noticed him.
I did notice him.
The Reverie Hotel's bellboy.
Suspicious.
End up here, and right after Miss Acheron severed the beautiful dream. We'd better check, just to be sure.
Huh? You were the guest from before. We meet again! And a new friend. Forgot to introduce myself. I'm the hotel's bellboy, Misha.
Hello, Misha. I'm Welt. We met in a dream. Oh. And who might this be?
You can see him?
Big talk! Old friend and new friend! Let's high five!
Your, memory zone mean?
No, Clocky is a good friend of mine. We all live here.
Why does the bellboy live here?
How did you two get here? This dreamscape isn't supposed to be open to the public. I wonder if it has something to do with Sleepy.
So, this is your home?
Yep. After my work in the beautiful dream ends, I'll go back home. Commuting used to be more convenient, but ever since travel became cumbersome, Sleepy started ferrying people back and forth between the two dreamscapes.
This... Sleepy. Can you describe what it looks like?
Sleepy is a memory zone meme. Looks fierce and has many eyes. But it's actually really well behaved.
Is it?
Gallagher's been taking care of it.
Could it be?
Based on the description, that meme is indisputably death. A nightmare for the family, but for the people who live here, well, that couldn't be further from the truth.
Death? Not in a dream, surely. Sleepy's just a little aggressive, and sometimes messes up by fetching the wrong guess. But it would never hurt anyone.
I see. Has it brought back any guests recently, say, in the last day or two? We're currently investigating a missing person case that occurred within the beautiful dream.
I see. Then you'll have to speak with Gallagher. But he's currently busy hosting a visitor from the Oak family.
I wonder who that could be.
He asked not to be disturbed. Mr. Yang, the person you're looking for, is it Miss Robin?
Just as I thought. Considering what happened with Miss Firefly, this doesn't come as a surprise.
If you're looking for Miss Robin, I can lead the way. She told me that she'd be willing to meet with outside guests.
If it's not too much trouble. Also, we're looking for our missing companions. A woman with red hair accompanied by a girl with pink hair. Have you seen them?
Oh, I haven't. But please, rest assured. Dreamflux Reef is a small place, and it's not as bustling as the beautiful dream. But its safety is unmatched. How about this? Since it's your first time here in Dreamflux Reef, I'll be your guide and help you find your companions. And then we can all go visit Miss Robin together. She's gone to Mrs. Grace's to visit the children. She won't be leaving anytime soon, so there should be enough time.
All right then, we'll follow your plan.
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, we now know the answer to both murder cases that have caused such commotion in Penacony. As for the intentions of the mastermind behind it all, we're still none the wiser.
Yeah. So it has to be Gallagher who's behind it all.
Yes, that's my thinking
But
as well.
why?
I'm not entirely certain, but we still have to find him one way or another.
Just bringing people here.
You mentioned before that you saw a clocky that only you could see, right?
Yeah. He was with Misha at that time too.
I can't shake off this strange feeling. Am I really still so young at heart? Forget it. It's not important. We'd better just follow Misha.
Everyone, look! From here, you can see the most spectacular view of Dreamflux Reef.
A black hole? No. An accretion disk formed from consolidated memoria? Was Dreamflux Reef built on such unstable memoria?
Oh, so Mr. Yang is also versed in memoria dynamics. I was just trying to figure out how to explain this huge hole to everyone. I bet you guys have a lot in common with Miss Kami.
That is an interesting black hole. Kind of makes me want to do an abyss challenge.
My calculations are finally done. In another 10 system hours, the above dream will swallow the dream below. My hypothesis was correct. This place will cease to exist as the dream devours
Awesome.
everything.
So we're not on a time crunch or anything like that.
Well, and why haven't you left yet? This place is about to disappear.
Then why aren't you leaving?
Amy, a dreamscape surveyor specializing in memoria dynamics. And this is my life's work that I'm researching. See that huge gaping hole? It was just a narrow rift many years ago. But now, it's grown into a giant hole. The surrounding memoria has been flowing towards the other end of the hole at a constant velocity, slowly but surely. But the scary part is, according to my calculations, the flow rate of memoria has recently changed, and it's faster than ever before. It's almost as if something is sucking it in from the other side. By constantly improving upon Madame Rosalina's memoria measurement method, I've finally obtained accurate results. After 10 system hours, the Dreamflux Reef will cease to exist. It will disintegrate like a melting glacier, and then fuse with the sweet dream fragments on that side of the void.
Please don't worry. This sort of thing has happened many times before. Miss Kami isn't a bad person. She's just a bit lost in her own world.
There was something else that piqued my interest. Who is Madame Rosalina?
Oh, do you know her too?
Very interested in Madame Rosalina's achievements. Could you tell us a little more about them?
Why, of course. She's an excellent scholar of memoria dynamics, and the first person to apply memoria rate measurement methodology on interstellar travelers. Regrettably, due to the presence of the Garden of Recollection, ordinary people don't pay much attention to the nature of memoria. She departed this world without much fame, leaving only a few thin journals behind. I came to Penacony to learn more about my idol, and went to great lengths to seek out Dreamflux Reef. All because this is her final resting place. If only Madame Rosalina had more time, she would have discovered a way to reverse the flow of memoria. I felt it. The source is in the golden hour. There is a certain anomalous presence stirring the currents of the memory zone. I must uncover more concrete proof. I must convince everyone.
Does the name Madame Rosalina sound familiar to you?
Not in the slightest. Oh, it was one of the nameless mentioned by the conductor. Okay.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah,
Seems
totally.
Like she did a great deal of research and calculations in Dreamflux Reef before abruptly passing away.
Miss Kami regularly mentions her. I hear Madame Rosalina passed away during the prison war. She could see the Penacony of today. Its people building homes in the memory zone. I bet she'd be really happy.
Perhaps.
Let me go!
Oh, March, what are you doing?
There's a ghost! Don't come near me!
Oh my. I'm human and so are you. Can you get a grip? There you are. I've been waiting for you two. Quickly, come help. I bumped into a member of the family on the way here. He was so scared, and I just wanted to calm him down. But...
Let me go! Let me go! I've only done good in my life. Why can't I rest in peace after death?
well, this is how it turned out.
You scared him that badly?
You're a regular comedian. He thinks he's dead. Although, when I first fell in, I also thought the same.
Dear guest, this is not the afterlife. This is Dreamflux Reef.
That's right. Did you hear that? Repeat after me. Dreamflux Reef.
Yikes.
You're talking to someone invisible. If I'm not dead, what am I? I shouldn't have pushed my luck and tried sleeping in my dream.
What's wrong with sleeping in dreams?
Stop asking! You'll alert the monsters! All the dead are right here. All of them!
You're not talking about the memory zone meme, are you?
Don't say that name! It's all your fault. They're coming!
That was unexpected.
Who will it be?
Good times. Now time to say bye. Boom.
He passed out.
Oh
His
no.
intense negative emotions attracted the nearby memory zone memes.
I see.
I know Misha was like,
But why aren't the other
oh
people
no, this
around
place
here
is super
scared?
safe, but some people here seem really freaked out
Unlike
or
in the
out of
Sweet
it.
Dream, people here don't see memory zone memes as dangerous monsters. And even if they pose a threat, people can easily escape by forcing a wake-up call. But we can't just leave this man here. Can we take him somewhere safe?
We can ask Jessie for help. I've gotten to know many locals while waiting for you guys.
Oh good.
Evening, Jessie. Is it evening?
Welcome, Miss March. Who might these be?
These two are my friends. As for the man lying on the ground, he's a scaredy cat who fainted from fright.
I see. Another poor guy who accidentally ended up here. I'll take care of him. There have been a lot of new faces lately. Things must be tough in the beautiful dream. The few remaining havens of freedom in Asdana will soon face trouble.
Do such things often happen here?
Not really, but they're becoming more frequent now. Guess it's one of the signs of the Sweet Dreams collapse. This man has had quite the shock. Could you help me find a Halovian lady, March? Her songs can heal mental wounds.
A Halovian lady?
That must be Robin.
Hmm.
She's also here in Dreamflux Reef.
Huh? Robin? But I thought she... Oh, right. If Firefly is here safe and sound, then it means Robin must be okay too.
Misha is about to take us to her to find out what happened. But before that, let's meet up with Himiko.
We met some stowaways in the residential area. Most of them came from neighboring star systems. I heard that places like
interesting
Dreamflux
that
Reef are scattered
Robin
throughout the
hasn't
memory zone of Asdana.
Gone back
Like
yet, or at
islands
least
in the
tried
ocean.
from what we
They
know.
existed before the
Because
family
Misha was like,
arrived.
oh yeah, we just go back and forth, no problem with Sleepy.
I also heard that when
Maybe a
Dreamflux
little
Reef
problem,
took shape,
but, like, no
it was
problem.
The center of all dreamscapes in Penacony.
If that's true, it's no wonder there are so many similarities between this place and the Sweet Dream.
Let's hurry up and get going. This is where we split up. She can't be too far away.
She's right there.
So that's how it is. I never imagined we'd gather the remaining details here.
To borrow Gallagher's catchphrase, what an unpredictable twist of fate.
Himiko, here they are.
Ah, perfect timing. Now that everyone's here, I'd like to introduce everyone to Micah, who's partly in charge of the Land of the Exiles. Micah, these are my companions.
It's a pleasure to meet the Nameless.
You know us?
I've been keeping an eye on you since the day you arrived in Penacony. We would have met under more appropriate circumstances if Dreamflux Reef hadn't been isolated from the 12 dreamscapes. Please, allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Micah, the Gravekeeper of Dreamflux Reef.
The Gravekeeper.
Gravekeeper.
Life in Dreamflux Reef is pretty liberating. Everyone here mostly keeps to themselves, without meddling in others' affairs. My daily task involves cleaning a few tombstones.
Oh.
You're too modest, Micah. When lost dream chasers stumble upon this place, you're the one who takes care of them, guiding them back to the sweet dream, or showing them how to survive the wild dream chaos.
So, guardian
Aw.
of sorts.
Were you talking to me, Mr. Yang?
What?
On that note, Mr. Meek,
What?
which tombstones are you referring to? We didn't come across any graveyard when we arrived.
They're actually just symbolic stones. But since you're curious, Mr. Yang, I'll take you there. I have a feeling you might find something of interest there. But before that, you have an important guest joining you. There she is.
Robin!
Everyone sang so wonderfully. It's not often that I tried this music style, but I've gained some valuable insights from it.
Oh, I can't thank you enough, Robin. Well, these kids have made incredible progress in only a few days.
It was nothing, Grace. I merely taught them how to sing. It was you who brought hope into their lives. Life must be quite difficult for them in reality, I imagine.
That's right.
Whenever it's time to say goodbye to these kids, they're reluctant to leave. But I've explored every corner of Dreamflux Reef, talked to everyone I met, and they all told me the same thing. This shattered dream is not worth clinging to.
It seems you truly are a child of the Harmony. Emma and Andy are orphans I took under my wing. Carol there, with her blind eyes, used to work at a nutrition center in the outer ring of Penacony. And as for Gary, he's been living with autism since he was a child. They're not old enough to enter the sweet dream managed by the family. If we compare people to birds, these kids are like fledglings with impaired wings. But in this dream, well, they can fly freely. Even if they stumble along the way, well, they're still relying on their own strength. And me, an old lady with no legs. Well, without this dream, I couldn't even walk toward them.
I'm glad that you found a new life here in Penacony. It's just...
Don't worry, Robin. Dreams have their significance, but they aren't everything. Both the children and I understand this. No matter how long we fly through this dream, we will one day return to reality. But you know what? Emma and Gary aren't plagued by their insecurities anymore. No, and Carol is learning how to cope with her blindness. And Andy is livelier than ever. Well, even I've become more optimistic. You see, in dreams, we learn how to live. Once we return to reality, we learn how to survive.
And should our feathers be damaged, then we share our wings with one another.
Oh,
There's no
Robin.
need to covet an illusory sky in dreams. Because we have the right and the ability to fly towards a broader horizon.
It's a relief to see you safe and sound, Miss Robin.
It's nice to see you all again, Astral Express crew. I heard my disappearance caused quite the commotion out there. I'm really sorry about that.
Since you're here, can we assume that you're fully aware of the situation in Penacony?
Ever since I returned to Penacony, my voice started to change, until it gradually faded away. At first, I thought it was a temporary ailment, perhaps due to having been away too long. I thought maybe it just takes some time for my body to acclimate to the high concentration of Memoria and Asdana. But now it seems the root of the problem goes way beyond me. There are elements around me that don't align with the harmony. And losing my voice is just one of the signs of the sweet dream's collapse. While I was away from Penacony, the boundaries of the 12 dreamscapes kept expanding outward. But whenever I mentioned the anomalies in the dream, all the family heads refused to talk about it. Only my brother was willing to respond. Later, I discovered the secret letters from the IPC ambassador, which further convinced me that there are hidden secrets beneath the surface of Penacony. So, following the clues in the Oak family's dossiers, I found my way here, the land of the exiles, concealed by the family under the guise of death. A dream within a dream, where Penacony's past is buried.
Hearing you speak, It sounds as if your voice has made somewhat of a recovery.
I hate to admit it, but the harmony in this place resonates more broadly than within the Sweet Dream. It's regrettable, but the family has experienced betrayal. The traitor, or traitors, abandoned their original principles and, using the name of harmony, exploited people's weaknesses to turn Penacony into the planet of festivities, trapping everyone in the illusion of the Sweet Dream. This is not the strong defending the weak, but rather the strong exploiting the weak. A world without equality won't ever be favored by the harmony. And naturally, those voices blessed by them have lost the ability to sing.
Could there be another force influencing the family's shift in philosophy, Miss Robin? Considering what happened with Acheron, it's difficult to conceive of another entity within the realm of the harmony capable of influencing everyone. Unless a power surpassing that of an emanator is involved.
I'd heard about what happened to the Cienjo Alliance, but as far as I'm aware, the family hasn't faced any such external interventions. Who knows? Perhaps I've just been away too long and missed something. Regardless, I cannot accept my home is moving towards the very opposite of what the harmony represents, while still claiming to uphold it. I must uncover the reason why Mikhail cut ties with the family, and who exactly it was who betrayed us all. Do you remember our arrangement, Mr. Micah? Well, here's my answer. I've decided to forgo my role and never step foot on the Charmony stage again.
Yikes.
Look here, brother. A little bird.
Looks like a fledgling Charmony dove.
So cute.
But Charmony doves don't live here. So how did this little bird get here? Maybe its parents abandoned it?
It looks weak and frail. Why don't we find something soft and make a nest for it?
This place is too dangerous for a fledgling. Let's take it with us. We can put it on the wooden shelf in front of your window.
Okay. A bird like that must have a beautiful singing voice. But where will it live?
I'll ask the family head to build a cage for it.
A cage? But then it won't have the freedom to fly, right?
Let's see. What is it that has captured the attention of the two best interpreters of the Great One? To the point that they've forgotten how to enjoy their dessert. Oh, poor little thing. Doesn't look like it's doing well. Do you want to rescue it?
I do. But I don't want to lock it up in a cage.
Why?
Even if it's small and not fully feathered and can't sing. It didn't come into this world just to be locked up in a cage. Birds belong to the sky.
That's quite the romantic idea. And what about you, a young scholar?
But if we leave it out in the wild, it won't survive for more than a few days at best.
Ah, I see. It seems our little scholar is still a bit unsure. Well, let me tell you youngsters a story. As you probably know, Charmony doves can fly through the air. When they fly really high, the friction caused by the flapping of their feathers against the atmosphere creates amazing lights, so that they look like shooting stars.
That's so cute.
We've seen this spectacle so many times that we think it's just something they can naturally do. But that's not the truth. Their radiant display is the result of countless struggles against nature over generations. Their ancestors were too weak to survive on the ground. So, to escape predators, they started seeking new opportunities in the air. After countless attempts by many generations, one of them finally figured out how to fly. It soared into the sky and never looked back at the ground again.
So, you mean
Birds aren't born to fly. But they find a way to do it through their determination, right?
Well, that's an idealistic way of putting it. So, what are your thoughts, Sunday?
I think people believe birds are meant to fly because they've never seen those birds crashing to their death.
Oh, Sunday. Wow.
That's an interesting perspective. So,
That was dark.
have you decided what to do with the bird now?
For now, I'll keep it in a cage until it can take care of itself because I want it to live. No matter what.
Well said, kids. It seems each of you has found your own answer. Your insights are truly remarkable. And I hope they come true in their own way.
We will take good care of it. Won't we, brother?
Yeah. But, Mr. Gopherwood, there's one thing I don't quite understand.
And what might that be, my son?
What if this little Charmony dove never learns to fly in the end? I mean, if there are fledglings in this world that can never fly throughout their lives, should we let them go back to the sky? Only to see them crash to the ground and die?
He's really stuck on this.
Talking in your sleep, Birdie? Time to wake up. You look a little unsteady. Need a hand?
I'm still alive?
Yeah. Happy about that?
Where is Robin? Tell me. Now.
I knew that was going to be the first thing you'd ask. Don't worry, your sister is here, safe and sound. She's probably walking around the streets now. If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself. After all, right in front of you is the guy who just stabbed you in the chest with a dagger.
If you wanted to kill me, you wouldn't give me the chance to speak. Just tell me your demands, lackey of the Watchmaker.
So, you figured out who I am, huh? No wonder you had the guts to go against the Dream Master and the Four Families. Looks like I made the right choice.
Choice?
You are aware of my plan and see through my fictionology. Time is running out, so let's drop the charades. I'm suggesting we cooperate.
Cooperate? What makes you think I'd cooperate with you?
The fact that the famous Robin has chosen my side.
That's a good point.
Plus, some clues about a traitor and a bright future for Penacony. Any of that catch your interest?
I find it hard to believe a man who's full of deception.
Fine.
Also
you don't
fair.
have to trust me. What you should trust is the sense of justice inside of you.
Show me Robin first.
All right, as you wish. Here she is.
What's your trick this time?
Just kidding.
Firefly's so confused. She's like, I thought I am Firefly, right?
And the crew, too. There are too many people who you owe an explanation.
Yes. Please.
Great. Please follow me, Honorable Oak Family Head. Now, all the actors are on the stage.
This is the monument I mentioned earlier. The names inscribed on it should be familiar to all of you.
Rosalina and Tiernan.
When Penacony was known as a frontier prison, it was the Trailblazers who connected it with the stars. They were the heroes who saved Astana, and their names deserve to be immortalized. Not just on this small stone tablet, but in the annals of history for all of time. However, today, the planet of festivities is nothing but sweet dreams. That heavy piece of history is all a distant memory. Just like that prison.
If their names are inscribed here, then that means...
According to Micah, they died long ago.
Rosalina was killed during the War of Independence. She ventured alone into the heart of the star system to investigate the flow of Memoria, but she never returned. Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger, strong and reliable. He led the people through countless battles, but he didn't live long enough to witness the arrival of true peace. In the decade following the war, Penacony faced challenges internal and external. To protect Asdana, Tiernan picked up the way of the Trailblaze again, and led the Lampmoth family to explore beyond the system, only to be surrounded and wiped out by the Swarm.
True to the title of Trailblazer, they spent their lives venturing into the unknown. But what about this tablet?
I was gonna ask that
There are
too.
no names carved on it.
When Dreamflux Reef was created, its owner was still alive. However, he insisted on erecting a monument for himself, saying that it will happen someday. Here we meet again. Everyone from the Astral Express.
Robin.
Wow, we have quite a situation going on here. So good news, Robin is here on purpose, pretty much, and bad news is upset with what's happening in the rest of Penacony. Good news for us, though, is that we are all reunited once again, and it seems like everyone here might end up being on the same side, where initially I thought that we were all going to be at each other's throats. Next time, we will talk to Gallagher and try and get things straightened out. It seems that at one point, there was a traitor who broke things off between Dreamflux Reef and the rest of Penacony. Someone who's acting against the Harmony and thus making Robin's voice disappear. But Robin is here now in Dreamflux Reef and is seeing that there's bad stuff going on in the rest of Penacony. Sunday is here now too and will probably agree with Robin. And Firefly also seems clued in on what's going on, so hopefully everyone is going to go fight the good fight together now. I hope you had fun, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time. Bye everybody!